Hello friends, how are you? Breaking news today. New York, February 20th, Reuters, the criminal trial of Charlie Javis for allegedly defrauding JPMorgan Chase, JPM.N, opens new tab into buying her college financial aid startup. Frank began on Thursday, with her lawyer arguing there was no fraud and the banking giant merely had buyer's remorse. Javis, 32, has pleaded not guilty to securities fraud, wire fraud, bank fraud and conspiracy over JPMorgan's $175 million purchase of Frank in July 2021. Prosecutors accused Javis of lying by assuring the largest U.S. bank that Frank had 4.25 million customers when it had only about 300,000. JPMorgan allegedly discovered the inflated number when it tried to contact customers it believed were real to sell products, and received far fewer responses than expected. Jose Baez, a lawyer for Javis, told jurors during his opening argument in Manhattan federal court that JPMorgan undertook extensive due diligence into Frank and knew how many clients it had before completing the purchase. He said JPMorgan claimed it was hoodwinked only a year later when financial aid regulations changed, and fraud was the only condition that allowed it to back out from the sale contract. Earlier, prosecutor Rashmi Bhaskaran said in her opening argument that Javis collected fake names and addresses from a college friend because JPMorgan required the data. Bhaskaran also said Javis co-defendant Olivier Amar, who was Frank's chief growth officer, bought chemlists of student data from third parties for Frank to falsely pass off as customers. It was through their lies that they became multi-millionaires, Bhaskaran said. Jonathan Kogan, a lawyer for Amar, told jurors his client was out of the loop during negotiations with JPMorgan. Javis, a Florida resident, studied at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School and appeared on Forbes magazine's 30 Under 30 list in 2019. The trial is before U.S. District Judge Alvin Hellerstein, who seated jurors and alternates earlier on Thursday. JPMorgan CEO Jamie Dimon has called the Frank acquisition a huge mistake. The bank declined on Thursday to comment on the trial. Founded in 2017, Frank was marketed as a tool to help simplify college financial aid for students and parents. Javis had discussed a transaction with another bank, Capital One, COF.N, opens new tab, before turning to JPMorgan, Amar's lawyer said.